Okay, so this review is gonna go over authentication a bit again, because I know one person wasn't there for the lectures for it, and I feel like you guys might want like a small review on it. We'll also have like a little bit of HAS1 and SQL, and that is the goal for the review. We'll see how far we get. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna get rid of these two controllers and models. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna change trainers to be users so that it's users. And to do that, I'm gonna go into my terminal. Well, I guess this is, I guess, the outline of the goal. We're gonna have users, which is gonna be from device. Like we're gonna use device to make the users. They're gonna have badges, and badges is gonna belong to a gem. I just realized that these are kind of empty, but this is the overall database outline. Whether or not they have keys or not, I'll show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna do a Rails the model badge, because we're gonna remove our badges. We're gonna do a Rails the model trainers, because we're also getting rid of our trainers. Okay, that's just it recognized that I didn't need to typo. So we're gonna also do controllers, because we have controllers. And the other one is badges. Okay, and then let's see. We're gonna do a Rails G, not those. I'm gonna push up until I get to the G model. I think I don't remember how. Have I added device real quick? Go to gem. So I need to add device. Okay. This is going to be a gem we're adding here, and it's going to be, if I can find, just going to go here. I lost the page that I had open for this. Rails. Okay. Device. Token. Save that. One bundle. That should have added it. And then this is what happens when I forget. I'm just gonna go to the Slack. I know James had you guys do this last week, and I had stuff, but let's see. We're looking for what makes users, which that's model. So this is the one I'm looking for. Hi. don't have this memorized because usually you just kind of do it once and you kind of use it in your starter, but this wasn't made from a starter. So that's that. Also, we're going to add trackable stuff, so we're just going to copy this and do a Rails GUI migration. Add trackable to users. Let's see, what is this error? Define method missing. I shut this down, check this down just in case they're causing issues. To move this back down. Push up, see. Okay, so then I don't think I need to migrate. I really don't like the floating zooming. Just in case, maybe it's DB migrate. Oh, I should do it DB drop because it has the database from before. And okay, let's see. This is clear. Rails DB drop. So I can scroll all the way back up. Define method device for, okay, so that one. I'm questioning that. Oh, I know what it is. This thing that I don't have that I need to add into somewhere. I think it was in the action controller. Goodness, I think it's that one. Nope. Okay, so I do know I need to add it somewhere though. So it's not the application record. It's in the users. Users.ib. Add this here. Save that. And it doesn't like it. So it's in the users. It is in the users. I need to have this above that. Okay, that solved it. Okay, so then go back here, go into the migration. We're looking at. I hate dragging that thing and then not being able to do something. I guess. Did we do the Rails migration at trackable to users, or did that break? Okay, so now we have that. So we're just gonna take this, and then we're gonna go to that trackable. We're gonna paste over it because that's what we're doing. This is just adding additional tracking information that you could have, that you could use, sign in and stuff if you wanted to keep track. James generally teaches it as like adding it, so we're just gonna add it. Yeah, and that's all we need from that one. Okay, so then Rails DB migrate. Oh, I need to do a Rails DB create. DB. I hate misspelling stuff. Okay, so Why is that controller still here? Stay. Did I not delete them? Oh, I know what I forgot. API/trainers. API/badges. And now they're gone. Okay. And just to confirm. So, okay. So we have our users. We have the add trackable stuff to it, which is like down here. And we still have our Pokemons. Going back to our database, we want our badges, our user badges, and our gems. So then where's G model badges gem, because we're gonna have gems first. Gem, which has a name, is all we need.
This is the first model you're creating?
Well, and then like it's gonna be yes, localhost 2000. I did not. Man, I need to be on start. So this is just gonna add on to this. We're gonna just have a trainers tab. The trainers is gonna be your users basically. So that's where the application comes in. We're using devise to do the trainers. So we're using like devise generate user, which is this line of code here from like James, which is doing devise token auth install users API/auth. And then you need to add this to the users model. And so that's technically the first model that we've made. Like we have our users. So in association with the users, we need to do gem badges and user badges kind of in this order, because the user badges has foreign keys that are users and badges, because they're the connecting thing between these two, because the users will have many badges and the badges can have many users. So the user badge is the associating model. A gem has one badge, so like that's why there's only one arrow, because the gem owns the badges, and the badges is just assigned to the users through this. This has many through. So to make sure that we're making the stuff in the correct order, we have our users just from devise, and we're making the gem right now. Gem is made. We're working on badge, and then we're working on user badge. So where's G model badge? It has a name and belong _2 gem. I think okay, wait, I'm just gonna delete that model real quick because that should be the other way. I believe. Yeah, badge, gem, belongs _2. And I forgot to add a name, so I'm just gonna do a Wales G migration, add name to badge name. I spelled migration wrong. Okay, just to make sure that that is doing correct. Where's the migrate? Check the schema. So we have our badges. They have a gem ID. They have a name. That looks fine. Gem has a name. That looks fine. So now we're doing our Wales G model. And then this is going to be user underscore badges, because this is going to be this model, which is going to have user colon belongs to, because it belongs to a user, and then a badge underscore belongs underscore to. And then Rails DB migrate just to add it. So then our user badges has user ID, badge ID, and those are both foreign keys, so that looks fine. Okay. So those are those. Real quick. Rails to backspace those. Then controller API / user badge to push up. We're gonna make one for users and then one for badges. So then check our, we have our badges, our user badges, our users, and then up one more because we need one for gems. So then that's those. Okay. So I'm just gonna close that, close this. Before I forget, yarn add device axios, because we're gonna need that to make sure device axios is working, because we need that for authentication. So we have our migrations, we have our controllers, and we have our models. So just going into these, badge belongs to a gem. A gem has one badge. Definitely has many. This is singular because it has one. As many would be plural. So we're gonna save that. And then user. So this has many badges. User badges. These are going to be dependent. And then we're going to destroy these if we destroy a user. I can't spell. And then we're going to have a has many badges, comma, and then this is through user badges. I believe that's that is how it is. I'm just gonna quickly check to make sure I don't have any, like, I don't have the colons in the wrong places. Yep, okay, so that, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then the other one that we're going to be looking at is user badges belongs to, gem has one, badge belongs to gem, and then this has many user badges that are dependent. Destroy. I just realized this also needs a dependent. Destroy. Because if we delete a gem, we want to delete the associated badge, which then destroy the associated model. So then this has many trainer users through user badges. So that is our has many through. This is our has one, and then this is our has many as well. Okay, so those are those set up. Nothing in our front end has changed because we haven't worked on anything on the front end, but our back end has those now. Okay, so really quickly, the thing I think James tried to show you guys earlier this week that he didn't get to work, which was like on the register page for like adding name. With devise, you're gonna need to add a line in your application controller, which is like kind of several lines. You just look up like devise token auth this thing. This kind of like this is basically the gem that we're using, and like it has documentation for how to use it and stuff. In their FAQ, if you're trying to add up new programs for sign up and account updates, you would be basically copying this, but not word for word because we don't have a registration controller. We're just gonna like add that there, but we're gonna get rid of this and this end. Let's see. That's just super far tab. So we're gonna have the before action configure, and then we're gonna add an f devise underscore to controller. And then this is just checking. The question mark is just checking if it's being used. So one thing you can do is, so we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna get rid of this. We're getting rid of this as well, and then we're getting rid of this. This would do the sanitize, it would check sign up, it would do keys, and then we're gonna add two like arrays. Let's see, updated underscore attribute is equal to, and then this is going to be an array of the attributes that you're going to be adding. And the other one is added underscore attributes equal to, and this is going to be like another empty array. You would fill these in with like email, name, kind of things. But for depending on how far we get, might not get to making those. So we're just gonna have those be empty at the moment, and then you're gonna add them here. So like our sign up is gonna be checking the added attributes. I don't, because these are like the attributes that we're adding. So generally, like you would have name, password, email, probably, and then the updated attributes is I'm gonna scroll down into the schema. So like if you had done like a Rails G migration, add something like text to this, you would also like add it here to like, you would add it here if you were to update it. So updated attributes. Otherwise, it might not save into your database correctly. So you would just be adding these, and then you would add basically the attributes that you want to add that would be updating into the respective parentheses, square brackets. So that is that partially set up. Okay, let's see. Close this. Okay, so gonna do the small bit of SQL that we're gonna need. Oh well, I guess should I? Okay, yeah. NP. So the bit of SQL that we're gonna want is basically gonna be in our gem. Our gem is gonna have the badges pulled with them because we could use like whenever we're going to call our gems, we'll probably want to have badges with them, even though they're in a separate model. So then there's a bit of SQL that we're going to be running. I guess I should probably make the seeds first. Okay, so in the seeds, we're gonna destroy all Pokemon. Just gem dot destroy all as well. So whenever we receive, we're destroying all of our gems. The other thing, the users. So these are the three things that we're destroying every time, because everything is in one way, shape, or form connected to them. Because this is our, like, if we destroy a gem, it will destroy gem badges. If we destroy gem, like if we destroy a gem, it destroys the badges. If we destroy user, it destroys the user badges. Either way, these two would destroy that. But because this is gonna want to use this, we're gonna have to destroy that first. So I don't remember if it's that. I think we ignore the underscore. We might need the underscore. So this is question mark. It's a hashtag. This might work, this might not. Okay, so we're gonna do at gems is equal to, and then these are gonna be like our gems, so like computer and civilian, I guess, for the moment, just so we have at least two gems. At badges is equal to, and then folder badge, and then the other one is the cascade. So comma between them. We could add city if we wanted. We don't have to. I'm going to capitalize that B just for consistency. So we're going to do a for loop on G, and we're going to do 0 dot dot. You could do length if you wanted, but for the most part, we're just going to do 0 dot dot 1 because we only have 2. And we're going to do that, and then end. So within here, we're going to do a gem is equal to gem dot create. You have a name, and then we're going to do at gems, and then we're going to do G. So for G, we're going to grab G, like the value of G. So G is going to be 0 for the first one. I'm just going to grab 0, put it in here, grab tutor, make a gem with tutor, and then we're going to do a gem dot create badge. So instead of doing like a regular create like this, like usually you would see gem dot badge dot create. This is for if it's a has many. If you're doing a has one, it technically becomes like a gem dot create underscore badge. Because this is a unique method for has ones. You could also do it like badge, like badge dot create, and just fill that in. But if you didn't want to do that, if you just wanted to do like a gem dot create, if you just want to use your previous thing that you made and just have it automatically grab the thing, you would do it like this, and then name dot dot at badge, and then save that. We're gonna have 2 badges, so I'm gonna do that. So we're gonna have gym, and then we're gonna have badge. Change this to gym. Change this to badge. And then really quickly, just to make sure Rails DB seed. Okay. All number of argument given 0 expected 1 and seed required. Line 10. I guess that's line 10. That's this. I'm gonna comment this out because we're not technically using it. We also don't really have that. We're just gonna keep the gym to destroy all. Okay, so we have our 2 sets Pokemons, which is this, and then we have our 2 sets of gym badges. Okay. So I'm gonna open this up. Our SQL call, just execute, is gonna be this. We're gonna be selecting the gym ID, the gym name, the badge name. We're gonna change the badge name into badge name instead of having it be like 2 name fields. When you're doing that, you just stick the word as in between what you're calling and what you're doing. We're selecting from gym, so we're gonna put this in our gym model. And then we're gonna left join badges onto the gym by the gym ID. So we see our ID, we see our name, we see our badge. So then in here, we're gonna do def self dot with underscore badge. This is us naming it so we know what it does. How you name it technically doesn't matter, but it's generally nice if these are like explanatory of what they do. So this is with badge. We're gonna do it. So one trick you can do is if you just copy this, and then you paste it here, you can comment this out, save that, and then with select. And that, and you're just gonna basically copy this, paste it there, and that's that. You're gonna do from dot from. Because this is technically in the model, you don't technically need to do a from. I generally do it just so if someone moves it or something, it's you have a sanity check off, like you're making sure that you're pulling it correctly. And then this is going to be a dot joins, and then that. So joins is the only one that you kind of like need the beginning portion. The other is just kind of like you take the end of it. So that's going to be that. So, and then you just kind of like either leave this here or you just delete it. Then you save. So now we have that as a method. So we're going to go into our gym controller. And then in here, we're going to do a method for like with badge. And then and save. Okay. And then this is going to be like render JSON gem dot with underscore badge. And then you don't forget to add them to your routes. I'm gonna get rid of this one because those don't use this anymore. And then we're just gonna do like a get slash badges gyms. And it's gonna be comma 2 gym hashtag, and then with badge. if you want to make sure that they're the same, you can copy and paste this here. This is technically what it's looking for over here. Yeah, okay. If we wanted to write out about we're just gonna do a resources do. So that would do those. We're not gonna fill up the controllers this time for most of these. We're just gonna like have them there. If we wanted to make sure that our controller was working, -b. Our servers are still running, so that's fine. Gonna go here. Wales, localhost 2001. That's /API/Gem. I think. Yeah, we're doing /gems. So we have our ID, we have our name, we have our that. So that is working. What's that? Because we don't need it. Okay. So that's small SQL. I repeat, very small. And yeah, so we're just gonna go into the authentication part now. So let's see. We're gonna go to our client. We're gonna go to source. We're gonna make a new provider plus. So we're gonna make an auth provider. JS. And then I'm just gonna like Control A, Control C, copy this, paste this. Control C, Control V. And no. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then just kind of like strip everything inside of this, so we don't need that. And then everything above it, don't technically need. Gonna change this to auth context. And then change this to auth provider. Change this to auth provider. And then change this to auth context. It's gonna do that. I'm just gonna delete that. So this is gonna be our auth context page. We're gonna be adding login, logout, and stuff. To get this to work though, we need to add that to our index. And we're gonna wrap it basically around our data provider. So auth provider and push enter, we're gonna wrap that. Order of these don't really matter unless your data provider relies on you being logged in to grab data. In which case you will run your auth provider to be outside. If you care about like structure, your tab and then have those be like that. Okay, so with an auth provider, I'm gonna have a const, and then user, set users, and then this is gonna be use state. And then we're gonna set this to default null. Just so that if someone's not logged in, it doesn't do anything. There won't be like true or false. It would show up as false if you didn't use statement. We're gonna have nav here. Const nav is equal to use nav. Okay. I don't know why it's not importing, so we're just gonna manually import it. Import curly brackets, use navigate from React router. Save that. So push down. Okay, so things we're gonna have is a const and register, which is gonna be a function. And then this is gonna have a try catch. We're gonna this is gonna alert. You don't have to have it alert. Alert just kind of like brings attention immediately, saying there's an error. So like error with register. If you want like more information, you could do a console.log on error. Okay, so then in our try loop, we're going to do let res equal await, and we're going to do an axios.post. And then this is going to be /API/auth, and then we're passing it users, which we're going to be passing into here. Saving that, and then we're going to do a setUser, which is going to be res.data.data. At least usually it's res.data.data. It could be different. When we get to a net register page, we'll check that out. And then we're going to navigate to /trainers. To wrap that in quotes. This currently doesn't go anywhere because we haven't made those pages, but we're going to make the trainers a protected file. Async. And that is why that was yelling at me with the squiggly mark. Okay, so we're going to add handle register here, save that, and just so that since we're here, we're going to do like the const handle login handle logout as well. I'm just going to do that. Async. And then that, so I have two of that. Make this one log out, and then make this one login. And then we're going to add these here. We're putting it into here so that this just passes it down, so we don't have to like add everything here. Okay, so our handle login is going to be another try catch. This is going to be alert again, and then this is going to be error with login. Okay, so then in here we're going to do a let res equal axios.post. I guess real quick, 2001 box. We're using basically these pre-assigned login, logout kind of thing. If you're wondering where the routes for these is coming from, it's coming from these page, which is generated by device auth token auth. Okay, so we're doing a post, we're signing in, so /API/auth/sign-in, which is just like one of these. We're doing the post one, so we're just doing this one. And yeah, just real quick. Yeah, registration is here. That's where the path came from. So, okay, then we're gonna set user. Why make that fill? Set user. So we only have the one user. We're going to set user to res.data.data. Repeat, that's generally the format for it. So we're just going to keep the format, and then we're going to nav to /trainers as well. If you wanted, you could technically make a separate file and then import the location you want to send them and then change that file instead of having to come into the auth provider every time. You would just kind of make these into the, like, you would just do like that and then do a hashtag and then like handleLogin stuff. For now, we're just gonna hard code them because, yeah, we're just gonna hard code them. Okay, so that's the handleLogin. Okay, so then last one is handleLogout. We're gonna do a try catch as well. This is gonna be an error. I guess at this point, I'm just gonna copy that, paste, out, save, backspace. So for this one, we don't need a res, so we're just gonna do an await. I just realized this is missing. Oh wait. So we're just gonna do an await, and then this is gonna be an axios.delete, and then /API, yeah, API /auth/signout, which if we look here, that's this one. Yeah. So then that's that. We're gonna set user back to null, and then something that might happen depending on how it goes is your user might stay signed in because of a local token. One thing that you can get rid of, one way to get rid of it would be adding a local storage .remove item and then access token. Because when you make a sign in, you can have a, I guess, check your authentication. You can have a check to see if they're signed in through either being user or through an access token, in which case you would just call the access token check. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have to remove logout there, and then we're gonna have it nav. And then we're just gonna have to go to home. I think that should go to home anyway. Two things that we might want to pass over is also like user and then set user. Save that. Okay. So then we're going to close that. We don't need routes. We don't need badges. We don't need this. We don't need seats. Okay. So we're going to do the front end stuff. So real quick, we're going to go to this routes. We're going to make our trainer routes slightly different just so like our nav bar kind of shows it different because we don't, for the moment, this stuff doesn't need validation that we're like signed in or anything. So we're gonna like have this be trainer routes. And we're gonna keep the home. We're gonna have a gym. We're gonna have badge. And we're gonna get rid of this one, these two. Gonna do a trainer as well. We're gonna add a trainer here, so I'm just gonna copy this one, paste it here, go to that. Just gonna go to /trainer, and then these are gonna go to /trainer. It's gonna be /trainer gym, and then this is gonna be /trainer badge, just because we're gonna nest those. So we're gonna go to our navbar now. This is a navbar. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna get rid of the export default. We're not gonna have these export default anymore. We're just gonna have this export, and then we're gonna export this one as well, and then change this to trainer navbar. Options is gonna stay mostly the same. This is gonna be trainer routes now. Just because I feel like that's gonna T capital R. So T capital R, and we're gonna get rid of that one. Nope, got rid of the one. Yeah. Okay, so this is still mapping over. It's gonna map over these now. It's gonna show up as new ones. Imported. Okay, so go back to navbar. Go back here. Okay, so that's because we got rid of those. Okay, so we're gonna go to our app.js real quick. Okay, so instead of having it be like this, the moment we're gonna basically do a new Auth, and we're gonna get rid of this navbar because we're not gonna have the same navbar if you log in or logged out. We're gonna have slightly different ones. So we're gonna have wow. Okay. Give me one second. Just wanna. This is gonna become index because that's gonna be our home wow. We're gonna have wow element equals navbar. And this is what it was yelling because navbar is no longer our default. So that's going to be curly brackets. And then close that. I'm going to wrap everything like that. So now this navbar will show up over these. Like, so nothing has basically changed for it. Trainer doesn't go anywhere, kind of. Goes to a page, doesn't give me an error. Okay. So then we're gonna have our other route. And then this element equals, oh, wait, could add outlets, that's why. So put that down. We need to wrap these. Okay, we're just gonna shift tap them all over, tab, tap that in, and tap this one in, tap that one in. Okay, so that's that. Fragment, push enter, wrap these. That's need not here. Mostly because we're using these to display stuff. Okay, so that's yelling at this one because I haven't made. So we're doing trainer navbar, and then we're closing that. And closing that one, push enter. So, okay. Time to figure out what's wrong. Console. So undefined cannot be property of context. What? So navbar line 16 is where the issue is. Get rid of that real quick. I guess I'll change these to there to see if that's causing that issue. Nope. So really quickly, we're gonna get rid of that. Save that. So that is Auth, that is not like that. Doesn't look like line 16 of navbar, but I don't know why. Okay, let's see. That's in the return. Option should be fine. Because those that. I guess really quickly comment that out. It was gone. So whatever it is, it has to do with the options with this. Because we are importing that. We have a React, we have allow, string allows, style link padding, option. Just comment that out for now, see if the outlet is working. The outlet is not working. So the outlet is working. That's the outlet. Why is the outlet breaking? I know why. Because outlet's not a function. Outlet is just that. Make that a capital O. I'm too used to making functional components. I don't do this that often. Okay, so now our navbar is working. That's correct because we technically haven't made our routes for trainers in our app.js. So quickly uncomment that out. Okay, so just to make sure. Okay. So we're gonna go to our pages real quick. We're gonna delete this folder. Delete this folder. Gonna make a new folder that is gonna be trainers. And then in this, I guess I don't have to like trainers folder. We're gonna add a new file to it. This is gonna be trainers.js. So import React const trainers. Export default trainers. It's gonna return just gonna stick a div in here for now. It's just gonna be like page. Each one page. Save that. Okay. So in here we're gonna do a wow. Path is equal to trainers slash trainers slash star. So this is going to be, we're going to basically make another like Pokemon-ish route, but instead of Pokemon, it will be for trainer. Where's the element? It's going to be equal to something, and then self-closing. Really quickly, we're gonna, in our trainers, we're gonna add a new file, trainer routes. Need to make that a .js. Okay. And then in here, we're gonna basically, I'm just gonna go to my Pokemons real quick. Take, wait, let me move this because we haven't imported it anyway. Move. I'm gonna like take one of these, paste it here. Basically get rid of these. And we're gonna get rid of those. So we're gonna take trainers, and it's gonna be nothing. No match is gonna be the same. We're gonna have one for gyms, and we're gonna have one for something for badges as well. But we're gonna go back to a navbar. We're gonna make our navbar conditionally render stuff. Yes. So train star, because I need to change this to trainer routes. Save that. Make that a capital T. And in here, I'm gonna have slash trainer ops. Make sure trainers click page is working. Our nav bar has changed. We're gonna want our login logout buttons. So we're gonna go back to our nav bar. We're gonna have a const white nav. And this is so that it always stay on the right side. Some styling is gonna have to be done to make it stick to the far right. But we're just gonna have that be done if we get to it. So we're gonna have to have the trainer nav bar check to see if it's logged in. So we're gonna have const user comma handle logout, because the handle logout button. So we're gonna check if there's a user. We're gonna check if there's a handle logout. Just gonna equal use context, and then we're gonna take auth context. Go back to my auth provider. And that's auth context. Auth provider. There we go. Don't know why it wasn't auto-populating for a second there. So within our right nav bar, we want to check if, and then user. you would probably want to check if there is a access token. But at minimum, if you're just checking if there's a user, you could just check if user, and then have a button that's going to be an on click. That when we do the on click, we're going to have it do a function that is going to be handle logout. And that's just going to come from that. Let's see. And closing, and that's going to be logout. So anyway, I don't. So that's just going to be a logout button. If there is not a user, we're going to do a return, and then this is going to be brackets. Within here, we're going to basically use the style link, so style link with padding. We're just going to do a 2 is equal to /login, and then close that, and then this is going to be login. I'm going to duplicate that down. This is going to be register, and then that's going to be register. Save that. Let's see. Steve has sent a link to something. Okay, and then we're just gonna have curly bracket. I see Steve. We're just gonna run it out right now.
That's all.
Okay, so I clearly have to change. These are not saying the correct things. That bar. So no else. Change this. Gems. Change this. Badge. And then those are correct. Probably want to style this so that these are within a div, and then have them white align, like align to the right. I don't want to do that at the moment, so I'm just gonna leave them with the right. Okay, so our login page sends us to 2000, and we probably, okay, so going back to navbar, we probably don't want this to just send us, we want to stay in our trainers because that wouldn't make sense. To like leave our trainers. So log in, log out. So yeah, those aren't exist yet. Okay. So we're gonna close this because we don't need our nav bar or anything at the moment anymore. Don't need our routes. We'll keep this one now just in case. We don't need our app.js because we're rendering into here. So in our routes, we would want to duplicate those two. Login, and then register. And we'll change those real quick. We're gonna make our register and login pages though. So those aren't gonna go into Pokemon or trainers, they're just gonna use this. So plus folder pages plus login.js. And then another page which is register.js. Okay. So in our login page, we're going to do a React. Import React. And then we're going to do const login is equal to that. Then export default login, because this is going to be export default from here. Let's see, we're going to want a const email. And set email is equal to use state. And this is going to be an empty string. I'm going to duplicate that down. We're going to have password. Set password. That's also going to just be an empty string. And then this is going to be handleLogin. And we're going to be pulling this from use context from auth context. So then that imported. Okay. So we're going to have a return. And our return is going to be a div. And then in this, we're going to have an h1, which is just going to be like login. In here, we're going to have a form. You can use Bootstrap forms and stuff. I'm just going to use like a regular form. So this is going to have a on submit. And then we're going to have like a handleLogin function. Handle submit. Which, so then over here, we're going to have const handle submit. And put that. Arrow that handleLogin email comma password, because those are the things that we're passing it. Prevent default, just in case it tries to refresh. Okay, so then we're going to have an input, which is going to have a, this inputs can be self-closing. So I have a value, which is going to be email on change is equal to curly brackets comma curly brackets value. I have a form. I'm just going to take that form. Pokemon forms. So I'm just going to take this, copy, change this, paste. So these would be email. This would be email. This would be set email. Yes, yeah. /p tag email. Change this to password. And then this would also be password. This would be set password. Set password. Save that. This would be login. Save that. We probably want a button. To this submit. Did I not grab the form from my Pokemon forms? Oh, I did not. Okay, so I'm not gonna close. So my form begins here. I'll submit. Handle submit. Option. Save that. Okay. Login. This is the page now. Okay. I'm hitting Control S, but I don't need to. Okay, so next one is our register page. I'm just going to copy this, paste it over, change this to register, change this to register. So our appearance is for the most part the same, but we're gonna duplicate this down. Password on. This is to make sure that when the register window using the same password, we don't need our handle login, we need a handle register. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm typing the same thing, so I'm just gonna copy that. Save. Change this to our handle register. Because this is a form where they're going to be typing in something twice, we're going to want an if statement to make sure their password if it doesn't equal password confirm, we're going to do an alert. And then this is going to be like passwords do not match. And then we're going to do a return here so that it never hits the handle submit. Because the function will only go until it hits the return. So if it hits this return, it will just stop. So that is going to be a handle register. Change this to register. Let's duplicate this down. Password confirm. And then this is going to be password confirm. Confirm. Save that. Go to our register. Trying what else is right here. Change this to register. Save that. Register JS is not. Okay, let's see. That's a capital R. It's a capital R. It's a capital R. This is not a capital R. Why is there not a capital R? Okay. Really quickly, I'm going to capitalize this register. Okay. Let's see if making an email works. register. Okay. For 22 possible identity. So console.log email register password. Save that. So those are being passed over fine. Parameter validate sign up parameters only directed. Okay, so that would be the thing that I tried to set up earlier that I didn't click because I didn't want to. So we're doing the sign up. So we need to add email, comma, password, save that. Cause okay, let's see if that, no, okay, now we're hitting a 500 error. So I want, I need to wrap these into an object. So, okay, going back to here, and I get rid of this here because that's when the 500 error started happening. Okay. Now I need to change the redirect. The auth providers, trainers, and that's just gonna stay that. So go to trainers, and by not logged in, guess I'll try to register a new account. Hive.com. Okay, so this isn't changing. It's my register. So that's passing it there. Auth provider, post, setUser. I guess this is a good time to see our res.data. Console.log. Res.data. Save that. Okay, I'm just gonna do test at test.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Success. So it successfully made it. So it's just res.data. No, yeah, it is res.data.data because our console.log is res.data.data. Yeah, because we want. Let's see, does our login work? Test at test.com. No. So post processing. Just gonna get rid of this for now. Still unable to log in. Sign in 401 unauthorized. Hit that. Huh. Okay. That looks right to me. Provider. The bot that we're going to is this one. We're doing a post, so we are sending it. Oh, is it because I forgot the init middleware? index.js, and then middle where, and import middleware from device axios. I need to capitalize the M.
Hey, it's 5:30, FYI.
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, I just want to test if I can get it. No, I cannot. Okay. Well, I guess we'll stop this review here. I might work on a part 2 and upload that onto YouTube as well. But yeah. Stop share.